Good morning, Searcy High School. Hopefully all of you are having an absolutely fantabulous day. I'm Keegan Johnson.
And I'm Parker Staggs. Welcome to another episode of Channel 423. And you need to quit being extra.
Sorry, I can't help it. It's my first day anchoring. So, should we just get things started?
Yeah, I guess.
Channel 423 starts now.
Our school has many interesting and unique fine art classes, and we sent out our amazing reporter, Ja'Kiah Reynolds, to see what this class is like.
Cool, what you got for us, Ja'Kiah?
There are very many creative people in the art world, but we got a closer look on two of our very own creative art students at SHS.
Art consists of passion, love, and difficulty. We spoke to a couple SHS students on how they felt while in lower level art and how they feel in higher level art.
That it helps me expand my horizons a little bit, because before I got in art, all I did was I used pencil and I just sketched out drawings. And being in art, it's really helped me get better at painting and using color in my pictures.
Lower level art, we did more structured assignments. It had stricter deadlines. With upper level art, we kind of are free to do what we want. He has some general guidelines, but it's mostly, we do what we want.
Art can be difficult for some, but it becomes more natural for others. When it comes to Julia and Avery picking a project to tackle, they brainstorm and picks whatever comes to heart.
Recently, we've been working on the governor's contest, and I painted a picture of my baby nephew when he was in the NICU. And then the last one that I did, it was of my dog Tank. He's a black lab.
I drew kind of an Arabian man with a scarf, and it wasn't exactly hard. It was just very stressful to get it just right. I did enter that into a couple of competitions and it placed. So.
Being that there are many other young artists coming up under SHS students, we took an inside look on what it takes to be successful in the art career.
But it took probably close to 2 weeks, just because I started off with acrylic paint and it didn't look that great, so I was just trying to get the colors right each day. And recently I went back over it with oil paints, and that has helped a lot.
I've always loved drawing and painting, and I do it at home, and I always wanted to be in art. I actually wanted to be an artist at one point. Found out it wasn't my career choice, but I really love just doing it. Just keep working at it. It might seem stupid what you're doing, but it will add up and build up to something bigger and greater.
As you can see, there are very many creative students at SHS. Now let's send it back to the news desk.
Wow, that's some interesting stuff there.
Yeah, I took Art 1, but I definitely didn't know that much about art.
Speaking of classes, our new principal, Mr. Hodges, is working on to bring some new classes to our school. We sent out Dakota Marsh to find some information about these classes.
2 new classes will be introduced next year, and many students will be able to get a worker's lifestyle in the classroom. We sat down with Mr. Hodges and a student to get their opinion on these new classes.
2018-19, we're going to, for 2 of the classes, which are specific to what we're talking about today, would be logistics and distribution. That we're going to roll those classes out in our business department.
Many of these students are wanting to see more of these classes in our school, and Mr. Hodges is willing to listen.
I think it'll be good because you got some people that want to go into business-wise, and they can move their product to other countries and other states.
And so we're looking at expanding all the certifications that we can get for students to help them when they're applying for jobs.
Mr. Hodges is trying to help us get real-life experience in the workforce before we even graduate school.
They will look at the students that are taking it and see pretty much see how they're doing and think about them in a future job at their business, or they'll probably help you at a different, try to get you at a different job and see what your qualifications are, see what type of business you want to be in, and try to help you out and stuff like that.
trying to get a job at a different company, they're going to look at anything that you've completed. You know, completers are really big.
Many companies will look at these classes on your resume and already see the experience that you have acquired.
I think it would be cool to see more classes like this in the school because it means they want to think about like more than just, oh, I want to do this and that, like trying to think about the business and try to get into it and all that. So I think it would be cool.
These classes can help you with a resume. If you want to see any new classes included in Cersei, talk to Mr. Hodges and hopefully it'll be approved. Back to the anchors.
Wow, if I weren't a senior, I would definitely consider taking a few of those classes myself next year. You good, bro?
Yeah, I just feel like a bottomless pit lately.
I know what'll make things better. Let's see what we're having for lunch today. We got a hot dog or hamburger, baked Cheeto Puffs, lettuce, tomatoes, and pickles, seasoned whole kernel corn, baked beans, pears, golden delicious apple, and milk.
Oh, my dad, you're killing me.
You know, Parker, I hate to rub in all this food stuff, but our next package is over one of the best restaurants in town. Have you heard of Slaters?
No, I don't think so.
Well, lucky you. We got an awesome package coming up next with Alyssa, showing us what Slaters is all about. What do you got for us, girl?
Near downtown Searcy, one unique restaurant, Slaters Alaskan Dumpling Company, offers great food as well as a special story. This Alaskan-themed hangout is sure to capture your heart and your taste buds.
The owner is from Alaska. He moved there when he was really little, and he just grew up eating the food, and I think whenever he came back to Arkansas, he wanted to bring a piece of Alaska with him.
There is something special about this place that keeps customers coming back.
Well, at the time, they were the only hipster place to go besides coffee houses. They really had a big draw for high school students and college.
Slater's cuisine offers a unique quality that can't easily be found elsewhere.
For Arkansas, there's really nothing like Slaters. It's kind of a unique dish. It's, there are different variations on dumplings, but I've never had anything like an Alaskan dumpling.
They're little dumplings, so basically it is your choice of meat or potato covered up in little noodles and then seasoned in a little bit of oil and cilantro, and you can have sriracha if you want.
Since opening in 2014, owner Slater Marshall has found a unique way to expand his business with the iconic Slater's food truck.
We started with the brick and mortar store, and then whenever Slater wanted to expand, he started the food truck, I guess, 2 years ago. And it was just a way to expand his business and transition towards Little Rock. And I don't know, it was a unique opportunity.
It's so good to see that this one-of-a-kind restaurant will continue to transport customers to another place with its Alaskan vibes and delicious novelty foods. Best wishes to Slaters for the future. Back to the anchors.
Wow, I could definitely go with some Slaters tonight right about now. And not because I'm hungry, because that looks delicious.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I've had enough of this food nonsense. Let's look at our quote for the day.
All right. Harley Davidson once said, "When writing the story of your life, don't let anyone else hold the pen."
That's deep stuff right there.
All right, I think we have one more package.
Yes, and this one's about an interesting side of our school that's mostly overlooked. But thanks to Jaden Robinson, our school secretaries are finally getting the recognition they deserve.
What do you have for us, Jaden?
As students, we never realize how important the staff jobs are, especially being a secretary. You have to be very positive and interact with everyone.
We interact all day long. It's a continuous dialogue between us from the beginning of school to the end.
We are in constant interaction during the day. I answer the phone a lot, and they come back here asking questions about people who have checked in, and we do work well together.
As the principal, you have so many duties, so with them knowing they can rely on such great people like our secretaries, they are grateful.
She's a huge help, and she runs this office. She's the communicator with the students and the parents, and and teachers and administration.
Ms. Stake is a tremendous help. She contacts the parents first as they come in and the students, and a lot of times she will take care of a situation that normally would be mine, but she has the time or wants to help me, and so she doesn't send them back to me. She's a big help.
Well, everything they do is a big deal. Their communication with students and teachers and parents, and the keeping administration informed on potential issues.
Over the years, we realized technology has become a big useful thing for everyone, but for our secretaries, it has been very helpful.
When we first started, I had to do everything by hand. I was an attendance clerk at that time, and we had books that we had to mark attendance in by hand. Then at quarterly, when the state required us to send a report in, we'd have to hand figure every day that the student was absent. It has really changed a lot now. The students can access their own grades online. Parents can see their grades.
Secretaries might not get a lot of gratification, but without these women, our school wouldn't be where it is now. Back to the anchors.
You know, Keegan, I think that is good to recognize the people in the offices of our schools.
Yeah, you're right. Well, Cersei, that's all we got for you today.
If you missed any of our shows, go to Cersei Channel 423 and watch our videos. And if you got any topics for us to cover, just hashtag Channel 423 on Twitter.
And stay tuned for the next episode of Lion TV Channel 423. I'm Keegan Johnson.
And I'm Parker Staggs. Have a great day, Cersei High School.
Peace.